Hello everybody, I hope you did well. Um, what can I say? I am a little tired even if Oklahoma City was spared of severe weather last evening. Nevertheless, we didn't know until a bit past 9 o'clock. Yeah, and there's going to be, I'm really worried about Elaine because, let me check the radar again, because she's in the heart of Tennessee, and so right now nothing seems to threaten her. But north of her there's tornado watch and all that. I mean, the storms are not ceasing. And I was looking online about what the weather people were saying before the tornado season started, and everybody was saying that, yeah, this tornado season will be very active. Right now it's the second active on record, and it's not over. So hi Sharon, hi Emmy. And because we are going through a very fast transition from El Nino to La Nina. So, yeah. Anyway, so what I wanted to do was remember, there's a while ago that I was telling you about how the human brain kind of takes a piece of an image and reconstructs the whole person or animal or landscape or artifact or whatever. Hi Christina. And if I look, we did beads, I think. Yes, it was a live broadcast. Let me link it to you, where I showed you how to make monarch butterfly beads using that principle. Hola Jacqueline. I think so, she's in Honduras. That is so neat. I am so happy whenever I see that my channel reaches all over the place. It's so neat. So what we are going to do today will be a cane that has fruity elements. Hi Darla. And once again, let me tell you how happy I am that I am able to do the live. It was like, since mid-April, it was like crazy when it comes to me being able to do lives. And it was all because of the weather, because including the internet outage I had last Sunday was also due to the weather. Because they were fixing stuff, they were taking advantage of the few, I think we had like 3 days of no storms, to fix the equipment that had been damaged by storm, and let's hope that we won't get that again. But anyway, I am really happy that I can do my lives again. I am really happy. So getting back to on track with the fruity cane, it's not going to be a fruit, it's going to be elements of fruits that will make the whole cane look fruity. I don't know how to explain it better than this. So what element is very common in fruits is the seeds. So we are going to do some seeds, and we are going to use, let me see, do I have here my square? Yes, I do. We are going to use, I am completely out of, I need to do a clay order, because I'm completely out of cadmium yellow, so I'm going to use sunshine yellow. Hi Sunit. So I'm going to use alizarin crimson, 1 square, and just a second. I started wiping the cutters every time I use them on a red or alizarin crimson because they stain. And I'm going to use 2 yellows. Didn't cut very good. There we go. 1 and 2. And I am so tired. I can't wait to see my... Hi, Lianka. Hi, Lynn. Can't wait to see my primary care doctor because I think I mentioned this before. Let me first do this. So remember my diamonds way of mixing stuff. So what I am doing is I'm going to place them like this. Then I'm going to cut. I'm going to bring this here. And then these little ears here come back in. Hi, Francis. And a very interesting thing that I noticed, because whenever the weather is like this, I always watch, we have a local weatherman that is, in my opinion, the best of all. As he's got this good habit of not hyping stuff. He always says it how it is. And compared to the other weather people on TV who are always hyping stuff for ratings, and because of that, they bring your anxiety levels to insane levels. Anyway, he used to be a weatherman for one of the local channels, and he left them because he refused to hype. Now by my knowledge, he's a weatherman for FAA, and he has his own channels. He doesn't only broadcast on YouTube, he also simultaneously broadcasts on Facebook and Twitter and a few other places. But anyway, I was noticing, because he always has the public chat open, that when the weather is bad, people start chatting among themselves about all kinds of various subjects and share experiences and all that. But, and of course, it's mostly people in Oklahoma City and some in Tulsa who attend his live broadcasts. But as I was noticing last evening, because nothing was going on, I mean, we had a very small storm that came through. It only gave us some rain and stuff. But we were warned, just wait, because we don't know if something will not pop up in your area. But because there was nothing dangerous, there wasn't as much interaction as usual, you know. So it's so interesting to see how people get closer to each other when something is looming, something bad is looming, and otherwise they are not that. And for the ones of you who don't know, check my Finnegan's Facebook page, because at one point he was kind of anxious when that storm went above us, and he had to hold my hand and lick it. I have no idea. Holding I understand, but the licking part I don't understand. So I'm going to try and bring these, and I'm going to show you, because I normally, you know that I normally do the V-fold. This time I'm going to show you how to do it with a roll. So as usual, I first start my straight line, then I start rolling, and then I'm going to roll slightly to the right, then slightly to the left, and again slightly to the right, slightly to the left. And of course I'm going to have these on the end. Make sure you don't catch air here. Just pull them together. And then I'm going to flatten it. Seamus is wailing for attention again. I swear he's the neediest cat I've ever seen, and he's so awkward. But I was watching, at one point I had on the TV, there's a pretty famous storm chaser, Reed Timmer. He's the guy who invented the Dominator. Though that's practically an adapted truck. I think it's a truck, not an SUV, that has these things that go, hydraulic things that go in case he gets caught in the storm. Hi Lane, I was talking about you in the beginning. I hope you're okay. And it goes down in the ground to anchor the vehicle. And anyway, kind of they were chasing the storms down at the Texas, South Oklahoma border, and they got in a tiff because they tried to follow a road and it was a dead end and they couldn't get out of there, so they almost got caught in the tornado. I mean, I would say they were like maybe 300 yards from it. And it was so amazing. It was I think it was a tornado that caused the 5 deaths later on. Well, I don't know if much later on, but it started with 2 vortices, and then I don't know if they collided or one of them got back sucked up, and then it started growing bigger. But it was something so amazing to watch. So we are going to be combining this with you know how citrus fruit, Yeah, he is nuts, Ilyanka. He definitely is nuts. Citrus fruit has those little elongated things like squished and elongated bubbles. I don't know how to call them. And we are going to mix those with the seeds effect. I'm going towards the end. If I don't forget towards the end of this, I'm going to try and find the exact moment on their live. All right, now we are going to do a rolled thing. So, as usual, I am going to place these. Otherwise, what can I say? Talking about health-wise, I am still a bit plagued by sleeping issues. It kind of comes and goes. But I definitely figured out that there's one thing I need to do when I get this tiredness. And I'll have to talk to my doctor about that because the thyroid meds I'm taking are both T4 and T3. And I had a few days in which I couldn't take T3 because I forgot that I was running low, and I forgot to order them Friday, and my pharmacy doesn't deliver on Saturdays, so I had to wait till Monday. So for 3 days I didn't take any T3, and I was sleeping all over the place. So it's definitely, I'll see how my blood work comes up, but I might need an increase in T3. So there's that. Okay. And we are going to do a little bit of another. Let me get this to the machine. But This should be much easier because they are very close colors. So I'm gonna do, let me see, so this is it, 3. I'm gonna do 1.5 of the sunshine yellow, and 1.5 of wasabi. So the same as that other one. Oh, one thing that I wanted to share with you because I found it really funny. I get probably pretty much any clayer gets who has a YouTube channel. It's all kinds of offers about, oh, we will send you a product for free and you please make a video of review and you can keep the product, from various Chinese people. Of course, there are the more obnoxious ones who are, oh, please, this is our link to our product. Can you please go by and make a review? Anyway, I already have a pre-prepared text for a reply that says something like, I charge $100 per minute of video, minimum 5 minutes, 50% down, you send your product for free, and a label for shipping it back to you if you do not send only with contract, and if you do not send the label, the product will be donated. Of course, to that they either don't reply or they are very outraged. And then there's the ones like the one that I had recently, who was like, why are you like this? We are sending you product for free, and they wanted me to review their Chinese polymer clay. Now, let me tell you something. I usually do not do reviews, and you've seen, I don't do reviews if the product is not good. And if I do a review where the product is not good, number one, you can be sure that I bought it myself. And number two, I will tell you exactly what is wrong with it. I'm not going to try and sell you something that's not good, you know, because I don't sell my work and expertise, and I respect you guys too much to do that kind of stuff. And anyway, we are sending you clay for free. I was like, dude, I have pounds and pounds of various super quality brands in my house. I don't need clay. You need exposure. So why don't you just forget about it? And they sent a reply with, I'm sorry, in our budget. We cannot. I wonder why is this here, because I didn't put any other color. Maybe it picked up some alizarin crimson I didn't see or something. Yeah, you're right, Yanka. How dare I? I'm so tired of people trying to take advantage of artists and crafters. And the thing that I find the most despicable is when they try to convince you that you're the bad person because you don't want to waste your time and materials for free because they want this or that. It's just so ridiculous. Okay, I think that this one will go straight into the folding, so give me a couple minutes. Let me fold it here first. We are good. And once again do the same thing. I can say that otherwise, except for times when I just couldn't. Time restrictions or things outside of my control. I normally didn't refuse people when they wanted a specific thing. The only one that I still do remember that I refused, and of course she threw a tantrum, was during the time when I was still making one-of-a-kind art dolls. Somebody wanted to put in an order for a commissioned fairy, and when she was explaining to me exactly what she wanted and all that, I'm going to cut this out. At one point she said something about her 5-year-old daughter liking this and that. I was like, are you ordering this for your 5-year-old daughter? She was like, yes, because she loves this kind of dolls. I am sorry, lady. I am not going to pour my heart for a week to 10 days into making an art doll so it would be destroyed by a 5-year-old. Oh my God, my 5-year-old is so special. Don't get me wrong, I know that there are some kids who are nice, but I do care about my art and what I'm making and craft and all that. And seeing it destroyed. Okay, so this is on a 5. Okay, so, but yeah, I totally refuse that lady. Now, one thing, if you get a little bit of contamination, whenever you do a cane, if you get a little bit of contamination like I have here, just a little bit, don't fret it too much, because you're reducing stuff and it's going to be so tiny that will not be noticeable. So we are going to wrap this thing in white. And go over so you can get your line. Did I get my line? Yes, I did. It's here. And that will make it perfectly and seamlessly. And this is a little bit too long. So this will be a mandala cane pretty much. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this here, is to reduce this. And as always, reducing means when it's a round cane, you start from the very middle and go towards the ends. Never use your fingers for reducing a round cane because you're going to leave grooves and you're going to deform. Hi, Janine. And I'm going to cut it in half to make it easier. And the half doesn't have to be perfect. And again, going from the middle. I hear you on that. I had my Barbie, gosh, and it was a precious one. It was one of those, I think it was a 68. It was when they still gave them real eyelashes and stuff. I had it with my first marriage, because there's a thing in Romania, I bet you didn't know. I haven't seen it done here. In Romania, usually, because you know how you have the wedding, I don't know if here you have a wedding convoy, like for a funeral as well. And the first one is the first car is the bride's car, and in Romania it is always like covered in flowers that are taped on the car, and also right against the windshield there's a doll that's dressed like the bride to signal that the bride is there. And she was my doll for my first wedding. And when I came to the US, of course I brought her with me. But sometime between the many moves I did with my ex-husband, she got lost. I have no idea where she was, but she would have been. Whoever found her, if she wasn't messed up, might have made a good buck. Yeah, okay. I would definitely not let one of my dolls in the hands of a... And it wasn't even a ball-jointed doll, I don't know. And again, don't get me wrong, there are kids that probably take care of them. That Barbie, I wasn't a child when I got it, but even as a child, I did not do a lot of... I never marked my dolls with stuff. I was pretty much just putting them in front of me and admiring them and talking to them. I respected them too much. And might be also the fact that, yeah, they were mostly Russian dolls. And I think I talked before about the beautiful Snegorchka Russian dolls. They had porcelain heads and hands and feet, mostly. And then after that, they were rubber type of material. I don't think it was silicone yet. But anyway, they were just too beautiful to mess with. They were gorgeous. For a long time I still had them, but I left them with my mother when I moved out of the house when I got married. I have no idea what happened to those dolls. On the other hand, the tomboyish toys I had, oh my god, I was so rough with them. I had all kinds of toys. Nobody saw it as peculiar because, remember, I grew up in communism, and in the communism it was like everybody is equal, so it wasn't weird that a girl had boyish toys. It would be weird if a boy had girlish toys, yeah, they would frown upon that, but... Okay, so as you can see, they are pretty much equal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish them. And you can do these specific ones, you can do them with colored translucent, except for the white. That needs to be opaque. And then I'm going to pinch the sides. Remember what I was talking about, the citrus thing. How the heck did you flatten the boobs? Did you cut them off? Because they had some perky boobs and big ones, and they were made out of hard plastic, pretty much. Yeah, my Barbie. And you have to think that, number one, it was very special because I got her, I think I was like 14 or 15. And still a communist country, so, oh my goodness. Mastectomy by hammer, huh? So yeah, it was very special to be able to have a doll from the depraved capitalist countries. Okay, and I'm going to leave this to do last, and then I'm going to reduce this one the same way. But yeah, I was how many of you have read about the Voyager finally answering back that they managed to fix it? And I find that so exceptional, but at the same time I'm still baffled. How are we able to do as a civilization, how are we able to do so much in the 60s and 70s when it comes to space programs, and after that was nada. Because those things were supposed to work for, what, 4 years, I think? And here they are way more than 40 years later, still going strong and in the interstellar space, which is so darn amazing. Now this one I'm going to teardrop, not squish, but I need it to be much smaller, because if we want those ones to be very noticeable, we want these to be relatively smallish. So let me cut it in half to be easier to handle. So I was thinking, if we ever get back on track, if there was any of them yeah, maybe, but the Cold War didn't end until the end of the 80s, practically. I think that it was just the people who were different people. I mean, think that the people who did this in the 70s and the 80s were practically the, how is it called, the golden generation? Anyway, if we keep going like this, I honestly do not see the human civilization lasting too much longer. I know it sounds cray-cray, but this is the truth. It's what I believe. And it's such a pity because they are still, okay, I'm going to cut this to how much I want my we still have great scientists, but if you notice, there's not a lot of names to take their place. Which is baffling. Oh, I need to do one more thing before I do anything. As I said, I'm going to teardrop this. So I'm pinching on one side. It's going to want to curl, but that's fine. By the way, did you know, and actually I will leave this in for a later date. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't know, my mom never expressed any interest in dolls, by what I was told. And that sounds so sweet, Elaine. Okay, so I'm going to start putting these together. So one of them is going to be, because of course we start with a triangle, right? So one of these is going to be the very middle. And this is going to go in between. So I wanted to make them look, the seeds part, I wanted to make them look more like pomegranate seeds. Alrighty. So let me cut A. One thing I could never understand is the uglification of toys and of cartoons. As somebody who grew up on Disney, I could never understand and never liked stuff like South Park or even Peppa Pig. You know, it's not okay. So I'm going to keep adding some of these. So between this and this, one more here. Wrestling, huh? Yeah, I was never never liked sports. Watch sports. The only time I would watch sports was in the Olympics. I would watch the gymnastics, and sometimes I would watch whatchamacallit, ice skating, and sometimes I would watch horse shows. Yeah, I also love Tom and Jerry. And what else? Oh, I was watching car races, but I stopped watching after Senna died. Somehow I couldn't. I don't know why I liked that guy so much. It's not like I had a crush on him, I just admired his skill. And I was watching, actually, I think I was watching when he died. Another thing I could never understand is anime. I'm sorry. I am not an anime person. Okay, so let's flatten this a little bit more. I liked plushies. I remember that I did like plushies. I was playing more with the plushies. The thing was that one time I gave a bath to one, and that was not very pleasant. For everybody involved. And as a result, in time, the plushie got moldy, so. It had to be thrown away, which was not very pleasant. Okay, pinchin', pinchin', pinchin'. I still have your location, Elaine, on my app, weather app. And whenever I see that there's something coming your way, I enable it. But yeah, last evening was the 6th time this tornado season that I emptied my closet to make it ready. And I swear, I keep telling myself, because I still have some shoes and boots I didn't put back in after the first time I emptied the closet. And just, you know, the idea I'll put these in when the season is over. But after that, it almost seems to me like they're there just expecting more bad weather. So I think I have to just take them and put them somewhere away, because I am sick and tired of emptying that stupid closet. Okay, now I'm going to create more like I did here, but a little bit more seeds. This will be the closing argument. Not pitched enough. More here. What the heck? This one didn't get caught. So I just noticed, and I saw a discussion on some weather people forums about the way the whole bad weather seemed to have shifted. Okay, this one is too fat. A lot. But then when I went to look for what are the states and counties with most tornadoes, guess what? Oklahoma County and another county that is neighboring Oklahoma County are on the list of the top 10. But the most counties with tornadoes nationwide are Florida counties, and the top county when it comes to number of tornadoes is a county in Colorado. Amazing, huh? And I know Colorado has some good number of tornadoes, but I wasn't aware that it was this much. Okay, so now in ending this, in Ohio and Iowa, I noticed also. Well, Ohio and Iowa, sorry. I'm going to do this quite thin and just closing these gaps here. All right, so now I can start reducing. And Nebraska had a lot of tornadoes and bad ones. I guess Oklahoma County, it is the first for the number of strong and violent tornadoes. I'm going to go for an 8-spoke one, or I don't know, we'll see how many, maybe 12. Yes, and then right on the border, it was horrible. I told you at the end I'm going to try and find the spot where Reed Timmer and his guys got and their hydraulics were malfunctioning when they got all stuck. And the thing with the two. Yeah, because tornado season practically is from like mid-April to mid-June, so. Now, first of all, I'm going to cut the wastage. And then, where is my... Oh, come on, I had it right here, you stupid gremlins. They stole my ruler again. Oh no, it's here. It's the bigger one, not the smaller one. It's gonna work. how good I am eyeballing. It's 3 inches, pretty much, almost. Hold on, give me just a minute and make it even 3 so it would be easier to. Yeah, it's like, what the heck are you doing? Of course, I'm not saying heck, but I cannot say that on a live broadcast. I might get reported. Okay, 1. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Like this. So I'm going to get it into a right angle here. So that I can go in a half circle. And of course, once it's done, you can wrap it in something different, or you can leave it like this. Yeah, it's more unusual than normal, huh? And then when you get close to it, you see all the little, all the tiny little elements. And there we go, we have the half. And as you can see, we have 6 spokes, so this will be a 12-spoke mandala. And it looks like some kind of fruit. If I had the cadmium yellow, would have been better color-wise, because the sunshine yellow does have a greenish tint. So it does not mesh as well when it comes to the Skinner blend with wasabi. But you can do the orange in those little fiber thingies. You can even do orange with the wrapping yellow, and then replace the alizarin crimson with the chili red and go for a more tomato-ish look. Alright, so again, wastage. And now let's put this circle together and get a slice of unidentifiable fruit. Stay there. And of course you can make it in a square as well if you want to, like leave it at 2 and make it in a triangle that is flattened, because like you have a square, right? Let me, just a second. So you have the triangles, right? The first triangle, and you put it together, and you squish this part that otherwise would make it round and kind of make it towards, towards a straight angle here, and then you can make a square to use on bangles and stuff like that. But anyway, this is pretty much it, and let me cut a slice from it so that I can bring it to focus so you can see this. But again, you can try this with translucent clay, and if you make just, you know, slices of it as hanging earrings, they will be a little bit transparent, translucent. Let me try first with the zoom part. Kind of, sort of. Let's go with the focus. So you can see the other little shapes here. So if you do that in translucent, it's going to look, see the other little shapes? It's going to look much different. Okay, now actually I don't know if I can use retimers. I'm going to just, if you just give me a few seconds. See if I can find, you know what, it's a 5 hours long video, so I'm going to post it in the community on the channel so you can go watch it, and then I'm going to post the link right at that moment, okay, when the whole 2 funnels sprout in front of them. Yeah, pomegranate with kiwi. I would think more like with lemon. So, thank you so much. And I know it wasn't a big deal that I showed you today, but again, I'm still tired a little. And hopefully this will be over soon. We are supposed to have a much calmer week next week. I don't know how calm it is. This is Oklahoma, this is Tornado Alley, so I don't know, but let's hope next Sunday we'll have a much better experience and that I catch up on my sleep and I finish the 3 videos I've been working for a long time on. Okay? Thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful week and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.